Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we will be looking at some tricks and tips that we can use when using PowerPoint. The first one is that we will be learning how to convert text to smart art. When we're doing a presentation, we want our presentation to look appealing. We don't want it to just have words. Sometimes we try to incorporate shapes and graphics, and it can be a tedious process. So all we need to do is to highlight our text, right click on our mouse, and hover over Convert to Smart Art. Now, as you can see, you will have some options. Now, the options depend on what you want to show. This option here is for just text only, right? So I can use this option that will just give me the shapes with the words inside of it. I can also go at the top here and you will have different options here. This one will allow me to add text below the different headings as well. And you have some with picture options. So what if I wanted to have the words here and have a picture right here? All I would need to do is to click on this icon and it will allow me to insert a picture. So we have completed the first one, which is to convert text to smart art. Another trick in PowerPoint is to make a copy of a shape or an object. Sometimes you are making a presentation and you want to use more than one object. Instead of inserting it twice, you can make a copy of the shape. So the first thing that you would need to do is to select the shape that you would want. So go to Insert, go to Shapes, and we are just going to select a random shape. So for example, this is a shape that we want. All you would need to do is to hold down on Control on your keyboard and Shift together on your keyboard and drag the shape. If you notice, we now have two, so we have made a duplicate of the shape. So that is just an easy way that we can actually make a copy of our shape without inserting it more than once. And the next thing that we're going to focus on is how to quickly align your shapes. Now, as you can see, we have 3 random shapes that we are going to be using as an example. We want to align them to the right or to the left. Sometimes what we would normally do is to align each shape, which takes a long time. So what we're going to do is to look at how to quickly align our shapes. So the first thing that we would need to do is to highlight all of our shapes. So we'll highlight all of them. If you notice, they're now highlighted. Then we're going to make sure that we are on the Home tab. Select Arrange all the way down to Position Objects. Then we are going to go to Align and you're going to choose the alignment that you would want. Suppose we want it to be aligned, all 3 of them to be aligned to the center. We would click on Align Center, and if you notice, they're now in the center of where they are positioned. So they're not all over the place. Like for example, they were here, here, and here. So let's try that again. Highlight all, right? And I want them to be aligned to the center. What if I want it to be aligned to the slide in the center? We would choose that option because originally it is on Align Selected Objects, but I want it to be aligned to the slide this time. So click on Align to Slide, and then now we're going to click on Align Center. If you notice, it is now in the center of the slide. Alright, so there's a big difference to aligning the object, right, or aligning it to the slide. The next option that we will be looking at is how to add color to our shapes. Now we are going to be using what is called the eyedropper tool to add color. The first thing that we would need to do is to highlight all of our shapes. After we click on Format, we will go to Shape Fill and we are going to be selecting the eyedropper. So this is what it looks like, and if you notice, if we hover over anything at all, we will automatically pick up a color. The eyedropper tool can identify colors from something that is already on the slide. So we're going to highlight all of our shapes. Let's go again. All right, so all of our shapes, go to Format, go to Shape Fill, and select Eyedropper. If you notice, we can hover over anything at all to find a color. Right? What if we wanted this color here? So now we have the color for that. You can also use the eyedropper tool for the shape outline as well, because we just use the option for the shape fill. So eyedropper, suppose we want to have a green outline. So we can use the eyedropper to identify that color. The next option for us would be to animate our images in PowerPoint. Now, what if we want this image to move to various sections of the page? Let's resize it a little. What you would need to do is to click on the image, go to animation, and we are going to click this arrow here for more. Right here, we are going to click on the option that says motion path, and we are going to select the different motion options. You select the one that you want, and if you notice, my image will move in this direction in a curvy way. Let's preview it to see what it looks like. So my image will move in that direction. So that's an example of how to animate your image using motions. Let us try a different one. So go back to animations. Suppose we want to customize the path. Instead of choosing one that will tell us what the direction is, we can go to custom path and you can draw the direction that you would want the image to go. What if you want it to go this way? And then enter on your keyboard and it will put it there. So let's preview. So if you notice, it basically showed you where it would go. If you have made it to this section of the video, thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something new.